Hello, beautiful people. This is Lady Hope from East London, and I am here today on Qhakaza Mntase.
Qhakaza Mntase sithi Mntase Qhakaza. Qhakaza Mntase sithi Mntase Qhakaza. Qhakaza Mntase sithi Mntase Qhakaza. 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 Qhakaza Mntase sithi Mntase Qhakaza. Qhakaza Mntase sithi Mntase Qhakaza. Qhakaza Mntase sithi Mntase Qhakaza. Qhakaza. Qhakaza.
Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new season and a brand new episode of Qhakaza Mntase. I hope you guys will be going all the way with us like you have before. So it's a new season, new episode, got a new haircut, new hairstyle.
I see you.
Means new co-host, new other half, new captain to this ship. So I'm gonna give him the honors to introduce himself.
Molweni Mntase, Kamalam, Unati, Fanning Yawa. It feels really good to be here. I see you. I see your hair. It really works for you.
Wow.
You
Thank you. You guys heard that? The genius is rocking. Welcome, Unati, to the show. It's so nice to have you, and I hope you're going to enjoy this cruise with us.
Trust me, I'm definitely going to enjoy. Given the interactions that we've had, off camera, I can tell that, this is going to work.
I can feel it, guys. And before going into the show, guys, we'd just like to thank our sponsors, that is Luto Technology, Captain Joe's Evolve, Lukolo Palace, Pandam Zanzi. Who else? Am I forgetting anyone? Yeah. So if I'm forgetting anyone, guys, you guys know who you are. So ask easy. Otherwise, before we also invite our new guest on, we'd like to say thank you to our former hosts, CJ and Tonto. They have they were the ones who gave birth to this platform, and they have just taken so well care of Qhakaza Mntase, and they have made it possible for me and Unati to be sitting here. And,
thank you guys.
Thank you guys for creating this platform for us, for allowing us to steer this ship. So what we also like to say is we wish you well on your future adventures, whatever you guys are planning on doing, whatever you guys are aiming at. Please, guys, Nyayazi, what's the motto of because that's how we do. Thank you.
Who do we got in the building?
We've got the beautiful Lady Hope Mbingeleli.
Hey, darling.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm blessed, man. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking.
We are so blessed to have you in studio. And thanks for
Having me. Thanks for having me.
Starting the new season with beautiful people.
Bro.
Stop flattering me, Coco.
We're setting the bar.
Coco, I beg.
I'm actually concerned for our next guest, because if Sikala Apa,
Tis.
what are we doing going forward?
So, Lady Hope, please, man, I think we are all eager to know, who is Lady Hope Mbingeleli? Who is she?
All right. Lady Hope is, I'm a mother. I'm a widow. I'm a public speaker. Mostly I speak on my experiences. I've had a very long, bumpy ride to get where I am. So basically that's who I am. I am a public speaker, and I speak on what I know, which is a lot, because I've been through a lot.
Have you always thought of being a public speaker, or it's your experience that actually made you become one?
I think I was one of the lucky ones, I will say, because it's important to walk in who you are. It's important to know what you are, and then even if you're going to school, ambofunda lendo that is going to equip you lendo uyiyo, then that's how you're going to actually enjoy what you do in life. So I remember I was a teenager and I was working with my friend. She passed on about 2 years back. I told her, hey, now when I grow up, I want to talk to people. I want to make people feel better and good. the world is very bad. I was a teenager, but I already knew Ukuti, the world is not a good place. And I told her, Ukuti, I don't think people are so bad, but it's just that the things that have happened to them, zibenza bangacingi kakuhle and end up making bad decisions. So I just want to be that person to feel good about themselves, figure out who they are so that they can make better decisions. And I was a teenager, I was a baby. That's how bad my life has been.
And here you are.
And here I am.
Look at you.
I mean, look at me.
Look at you. She is here and she is rocking. She is Lady Hope.
Yeah.
Guys. I hope you guys are catching on tips, ne? You guys are catching on tips. So, Lady Hope, where did your journey start? I mean, are you originally from East London? Are you Kulele Apa? Where has the journey?
I was born here in Tanzania, but I moved to Scenery Park in 2000. I think I was about 8, 9 at that time. So I've been there. At some point, I went to live in Cape Town, and that was because of the abuse that was happening at home. So they were like, hey, this child will die one day, so masimbalekise. I was about 13 then, so I finished off my high school in Cape Town. Then I came back again, I went back, Like I said, it's been a long, bumpy ride. But otherwise, it's been between Eastern Cape and Western Cape.
I love the fact that like the world is a bad place, but you don't think people like are necessarily bad, but it's the circumstances. Like it's very easy, though. Let's say maybe you have an abusive background. It's very easy to be like very hopeless. But you know what? Everyone is effed up. Sorry to use that word, but I love the fact that you're open-minded to an extent that it's the circumstances, nature versus nurture, basically. Yeah. So it's the environment and nature given that. So I love that. I really respect that.
I'm taking from what you're saying that you've grown up in an abusive household. When you look at someone going through the same, especially like you say, you are still a child, 13-year-old is still a child, what advice would you give to adults, the parents, guardians, whoever is in it, because when our ballet is to protect you from what is happening, do you feel like a parent should rather get their child away from the abuse and stay back and tolerate that, or would you advise I get that there are women that are strong and would tolerate it, but then you get the type that would be like, no, enough is enough. What would you as a parent want for your child in that kind of situation?
You know what? At some point, I hated both my parents. I hated my father because he was the abusive one. And I hated my mother because I felt like, why send me away? Am I the problem? So now that I'm gone, you can do about right. You understand? So obviously from that, if you see that the environment is not conducive for mental health, for growth, for anything really, just remove everyone concerned from the equation. I asked another lady, we am trying so and so, and this so and so was herself. For example, if I would ask you, we am trying Coco, then why would you put her in such a position? Why are you jumping from one guy's place to the next? Do you value this girl? Do you even know who this girl is? So if you value yourself as a parent, if you value yourself as a mother, as an individual, as a person, and you value these kids, move with them. Create a safer space for them. Go get counseling.
I've also read that's one of the things that you do.
Yes, I do offer counseling sessions.
Wow. Okay.
I do offer counseling sessions.
There's this whole thing where people who grows up in abusive environments, has two choices. There's always two. Exactly. They either end up being abusive, or they end up despising abuses. And I can pick up from you that you would not tolerate that at all.
That's all, my darling. I don't.
And given the fact that you're a mother, how do you think your upbringing actually affects ihlobo okhulisa ngalo umntana wakho?
I want to shield them as much as possible. I want to shield them. I'm always cautious of the environment that they are in. I was blessed to have a husband who actually taught me how to be a better parent. Because, most like she said, ukuthi, when that's all you know, then that's what you give. Or that's all that's in your head, so you end up despising such people. But for me, I had a lot of anger. I had a lot of anger issues until, I got born again. I'm a child of God. So that journey helped me to actually let go of everything. And now I stay with my parents because, like I said, I'm a widow, so my husband passed on. So I went back, I'm staying with them, and they're helping me throughout this journey because it's been 6 months since my husband passed. So it's actually quite new, it's still fresh. So yeah, I just want to shield my kids. I want to protect them at all costs. I want to make sure that they don't go through what I went through. And you can imagine the environment that I grew up in. Now I'm back there and I brought my kids with me. You understand?
That must be tricky.
It is, and it's quite a challenge because you are staying with people who are, to some extent, in the same space. It's still the same thing. And then I was also part of it. That was our normal until my husband taught me what love is, what patience is. That's why I always say, Guti, he taught me how to love my kids, how to be a good and better parent. You understand? So I just want to apply that to them. And that's the legacy that he left me with. So I want to continue it on them without making my parents, who are helping me, make them feel now like, make them feel some type of way. Because these are two different cultures now under one roof. So you can imagine how challenging that is.
We do want to pass on our condolences to passing of your husband.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah. And it is quite fairly new. And I know a lot of people like to speak on it, but other than you moving back with your parents, how have you been coping with not having your husband around?
You know what? I'm coping by doing what I do. I'm coping by living. One of the things he said to me, we met in April, got engaged in May, got married in December, same year.
Wow.
Guys, am I allowed to cry on set? Yeah.
Wow.
Please don't, because you're going to make me cry.
It sounds like something guys feeling.
Maybe I should make a movie out of my life.
Write a book at least.
Write a book at least.
No, a book is in the...
Okay. You're going to come back here when you're done with the book. Please come back here so we can discuss that.
We'll definitely keep an eye out for that. We're definitely patiently waiting for that.
So that's just how I church on. I do what I do because one of the things he said, I can't wait to see you in action. I can't wait to watch you be who God has called you to be. Yeah. He said, I just want to push you so hard. I want to push you because you are just too much. So I just want to do this for him. That way it's like he's still around. He's still pushing me and we're doing this together. If he was here, he would have been standing right over there, cheering me on.
Oh.
That I know for a fact.
Guys, maybe he's really intense.
But you're gonna make me start.
No, but we all humans. Like,
guys, I thought I was the one with the weak heart. But yeah, if you don't feel the emotion that we're feeling, you are not from this life.
Exactly.
So I have this question for you. Do you think God used your husband as a way of getting you from this life, this norm, to teaching you and molding you to become the person that you are?
You know what? Yes, because I'm a person who believes that God uses the school of life to teach us. When I preach, I usually say, "Kuti, the pulpit is a place where we pull people out of their pits." So for every job or for every work that you do, you need to have experience. You can't just come. You need to have been taught. You need to have walked through this thing in order for you to actually qualify. Hence, people always say that God doesn't call the qualified, but He qualifies His called. So if I'm called to speak to you and heal you through my journey, then I have to go through the steps. I have to go through the school. I have to graduate. And I have to have that experience so that when I pull you out of your pit, I know what I'm doing. And I do it well.
I have actually seen a comment of someone saying that you have this spirit where just being in your presence is enough to lift a person up. How do you feel when people refer to you as that kind of person? Is that the person that you feel you are? Is it the person that you've always wanted? Is that the kind of effect that you want to have on people?
You see, now this is where the naming of kids or of human beings come in. Because it has been prophesied to me. Every time you say to me, hope, you're calling me hope. So I don't have a choice. I have to be hope because that's what you're calling me. It's been 33 years. People have been saying hope, hope, hope. So that's where you have to be careful what you name your kids and what you call your circumstances around you. So I don't have a choice. No, I have to be that person. I have to be it. Sometimes I ask myself, how am I standing here? Like, how am I able to put a smile on my face? How am I able to get through this interview with all that's happening? You can imagine what's happening inside of me. But you prophesying hope on me, I don't have a choice.
I think you and my mom would agree with that. My mom's very strict when it comes to naming kids. She's like, you do not give a child a meaningless name. Especially after my sister's passing, her name meant weak, soft. And after short illness, so my mom's been very strict when it comes to naming a child. No,
Speaking of names, I low-key hate my name because I've always felt like Unati Kamalendo Bazana. Imagine
Wow, adorable. Tamkulo, adorable.
Oh, Yidi.
Anyway, moving right along. So you're a public speaker. Tell us about that, your experiences in that line of work. How has it been?
I love it. I was asked once, Ukuti, what makes me do it? I'm like, it's who I am. I can't be anything else. I can't be anyone else. So it feels good to be who you are. A lot of people don't know who they are. A lot of people have no idea why they are here. I always say, know your purpose. And purpose is the original intention for your creation. The original intention behind making you. So what was the intention? Why are you here? Everyone has a reason. Doesn't matter how you came. So I'm grateful to know why I'm here. And it feels good to be walking in it.
Hope. You know, as people, we all have those down days where you feel like, you know what, I don't care who says what now. Dago. how do you manage to pull yourself up from those days? Ish.
Those days. Ha! Those days whereby it's a mental exercise to say, okay, man, phakama, just to get up, you know. But it goes back to what you said, Uguti, the negative things that happen to us. They can either pull you down, or they make you like they always come with negative things towards you. But just change that, man. Just make it your biggest motivator. Make it your biggest motivator. The fact that you can't do anything, let it be the main reason why, you know what, Zoyenza for Lond. For Lond. You know, Tina, we are here as motivational speakers.
Yeah.
Motivation will get you started. I can come there and say, you know what, you can do this, blah, blah, blah. But it is habit that will keep you going. Motivation will get you started. Habit will keep you going. So make it a habit to say confirmations every morning you wake up. I'm beautiful. I can do this. I'm stronger than I think. Make it a habit. Do that every single day, even when you feel good. So that on those days that you don't feel it, but ukuvuka kwakho, your brain automatically tells you this is what you're supposed to say. And the more you say it, the more you believe it.
So speak it into existence.
Speak it into existence.
Manifesting it.
Basically.
So, one last thing before Napier gives me of stealing the line.
What? No, I'm not. I'm not accusing you of anything.
So, you've been doing like different types of events, and you know, you always get people who, there's always negativity, there's always trolls. How do you feel like, what is your way, how do you look past it? Because, you know, you get people who take in a lot, that even though I know it's not true, that voice is going to keep on playing in my mind. How do you overcome such negativities?
I can't stop you from talking, so talk. And I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to shut you up. I'm not going to have an attitude. So I'm going to smile and listen to you. Say whatever you want to say. You talk. I process everything that you're saying. If it does not apply to me, I delete and move on.
Control, Alt, delete.
Simple. I was born Paya. I left there. I was about 8. Then I was with my grandmother because my parents weren't married at the time.
Yeah.
So I was in between Diobonutata, Pinenbuye, and Kumakulu. Kumakulu, it's with my mother because that's where my mother used to stay with her mother. So I was with my mom and grandma, and then I was in between because I was still young. Then when we moved to Snarberg, they were married. I think they got married when I was 4 or 5. They were married, so we moved together. We went to stay together in Snarberg.
I'm trying to contextualize the story.
Utata kwa 10, and then umama kwa 2. Go 56.
About Pangasonga little.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to go to Elunga, I believe.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And I was going, oh, okay. No, don't mind me asking these questions. Like, I'm really trying to put your whole story into context. Oh, okay.
There's a saying that goes, those with the brightest smiles hide the most scars. Those who motivate are the ones that silently
check on your strong friends. Check on them.
But guys, I don't want this interview to be like, because I can imagine.
Let it not be morbid, I beg.
Right, guys, come on, let's talk about some happy stuff. Got a beautiful baby over there. What's her name?
She's Gift. She's my gift.
Wow.
One day she'll tell her story, which she doesn't know yet, but she'll tell it herself one day. She has her own story.
So Nicole was asking you, very much was asking you about, you know, what are your plans for like your future endeavors, basically. So when like you sneaking Qhakaza, you know, what are you looking forward to? What are you gonna be doing going forward?
Thank you so much for that question. Going forward, I have, first of all, go Facebook. I am Hope Mbingeleli. Ne? So if you go to my page, there's a pinned post paya. It has my official poster with my official details for being booked. So I travel.
What's the name again?
Hope Mbingeleli.
You got that right, Mbugeli. Hope Mbingeleli.
Hope Mbingeleli. Because a lot of people, they'll be searching for Lady Hope. It's Hope Mbingeleli. And then they will tell me, I can't find you. It's Hope Mbingeleli. Yes, so there's a pinned post, Paya Pezulu. It has all my official details for the professional, whatever that you want to book me for. And it has everything that I'm available for, including speaking Lena sithetha ngayo namhlanje. So I did say ukuthi I am broad. I speak in academic events. I speak on Christianity in Christian events, and I also speak on social events, relationships and all of those things. Moving forward, I'm open to be doing a lot of traveling. A lot of people have been contacting me from Joburg, from Durban. I've been putting it on hold, only taking upper local because, Qhakaza. But thank you to the Mbingeleli family. They've released me to be able to do whatever it is that I need to do. So I am available to the public at large. My passport is ready.
Yes.
It's ready.
Let's go.
Because Swaziland has I think Swaziland was the first to approach me with a conference. Yes. But I'm also into events. So I host my own events. I think I was telling you about wanting to do a modeling thing. Yes. So yeah, man, just detach it and we will talk because I do a lot of things.
You got a whole lot on your hands.
Also, I want to mention this. I am going to be releasing a line of relaxation products. I'm all about relaxing. So I'm going to be releasing bath bombs, bath salts, essential oils, soaps, and what's the fifth one? Did I count salts?
Yeah, you did.
But there's 5 products, man. Candles, yes, to get that aura. Yes, and I make them myself. So I carefully select the natural herbs, the spices, the oils, everything. I mix them together. So within the next 3 months, I will be releasing those. But the official launch will be in September together with the modeling event.
Bro. Yo, she talking about relaxation. Do you ever relax?
I try. You know what? I relax when I'm working on you guys. Then that's when I see those smiles, when I see those sigh of relief, then I smile. When I read the reviews from people whom I've cancelled, I relax. I'm happy.
Wow.
Tell us about those reviews.
Oh man, I don't like posting them, but I had to post one, especially when it's from the gents, because the gents don't like to open up. They don't. But I have that effect. I don't know. I have that effect. So it's especially good when one of the gents open up, and he gave a good review. He was crying. He was crying, literally crying.
And it is very important to get them to open.
He was crying because he was so happy. This was post the session now. He's crying because he's happy, he's relieved. He didn't know he had these emotions inside of him. And I'm like, now that you are in this mode, life is going to be better because you're going to make more sober decisions.
Am I allowed to cry on set? You guys stop me.
Apparently, this was supposed to be, conversation. My heart is whole into this conversation. And the night is hard as well.
Girl, you have an amazing mother.
I feel renewed. I feel counseled. I don't know about you.
No, relax.
You're going to have to pay her then. I mean, come on.
We will discuss it behind the
Sabotage.
I'm watching. This guy. He's supposed to be on my side again.
I'm being neutral. I'm being neutral.
That's why we're here.
To put it out there. Do you have a last question? Because I always have a last question.
Look, it's not necessarily a question, but obviously, when I walked in here, then I was Swam. And I love the fact that you opened up to us. I feel like in Diakwazi, now when I'm still, but I feel like in Diakwazi. And I've obviously learned something from his story, Sako, and I'm pretty sure abantu ababukele ekhaya bafunde into ethile. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence. But none can't go here. I always have.
I know.
Coco being Coco.
Coco's got the last question. I hope I'm not too out of my bounds with this question. I know it's still very soon. It's very young and it's still fresh. But do you think you'll ever be open to a new relationship?
Chai. Yes. You know, I'm young. I'm very beautiful.
Yes.
But I am.
That you are.
That.
We can
And you know
tell.
what? I have so much love to give. I can't not love again. But not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. That guy, he was too much. You know what I always say, Kuti, I'll never forget, man. Because even when she's 6 now, when she's graduating, I'll still be thinking, he would be making so much noise. Like literally, come baby, come to mommy. Like that's how he is. She got her first modeling gig she signed under UTC Model Management. So my other friend was Qhakaza. She was like, yo, usiphe belapha benizawukhutshwa ndithi bra besizawukhutshwa uthi ndiyamazi usiphe bekuzothi cwaka bekuzabakho moment whereby bezofuna ukhona phezu kwetafile athi guys, the reason we are here, my daughter don't like that guy, that's why people were like bebeso ikunithethisa because they're like inobunjani. Because they know him, he's too loud about loving me and obviously his kids.
Wow.
We pray that, of course, obviously, you're not going to get someone that is exactly like him. But, someone that shares the same qualities.
Tazame, yabo.
Personality. Yeah, because, the bar.
Hey, it's too high. It's too high.
You have to work very hard to get there. Otherwise, we would like to thank you so much for taking the time out and gracing our studios with this positivity, man.
Wow.
The love, the affection, we can feel it. The hope is it's definitely.
May it remain.
Gift and hope.
May it remain.
Thank you so much, Hope, once again for joining us, and we do wish you well on everything you set your heart and mind on.
Qhakaza Mntase.
Amen. Amen.
Qhakaza,
Yes.
But before we say goodbye, just take the time and tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
Okay. Facebook, it's Hope Mbingeleli. Mbingeleli as in a priest, Hope Mbingeleli. And on TikTok, it's I Am Lady Hope, as well as Instagram, I Am Lady Hope.
All right, guys, so there you've got it. You
This
know where
bad.
to find it. I say the
Lady Hope.
The Lady Hope. Otherwise, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this episode of Qhakaza Mntase, and we hope that Lady Hope, wherever she goes, Qhakaza.
Bars. We hope that.
Yeah, we hope. You see what I'm
Pun
doing?
intended.
You see what I'm doing?
Unintended.
We hope that Lady Hope goes around Qhakaza all over, not just in South Africa, guys. You heard
International.
International things that she needs to do. Passport Otherwise, yeah. With that being said,
Siyakhululwa nje Mntase. Siyabulela.
and we're saying until next time, Qhakaza Mntase.
Aha.
And once before we say our farewells, we'd like to say thank you to our sponsors once more. That is Pandam Zanzi, Silulo Luto Technology, Evolve, Captain Joe's, Lucolo Palace,
which is where we are.
I'm not forgetting anything.
No, you got them all right.
Also, please do catch us on the social media at Qhakaza Mntase on all platforms, as well as TAF on Facebook, and then TAF.EastCape on all other platforms. But on Facebook, it is just TAF.
Which is TAAF. Ungabalu TAF lo ba TAAF.
Not
Yeah.
TAF. TAF.
The Alternative Autistic Foundation, to be exact. Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys for watching. With that said, we are saying Qhakaza Mntase.
Mntase Qhakaza. Qhakaza Mntase sithi Mntase Qhakaza. Qhakaza Mntase sithi Mntase Qhakaza. 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 Qhakaza Mntase sithi Mntase Qhakaza. Qhakaza Mntase sithi Mntase Qhakaza. Qhakaza Mntase sithi Mntase Qhakaza.